Recently, more than 100,000 small businesses across the country got 50,000 Naira each through the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme, also known as the Trade Grant Scheme. Doris Uzoka Anite, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, says the beneficiaries are micro businesses with 1 or 2 employees, an annual turnover below 3 million Naira. The disbursement, which began a few weeks ago, aims at 1,291 micro businesses per local government. Started in December 2023 as part of the Presidential Palliatives Program. The federal government allocated about 200 billion Naira to support micro businesses. So this is what we will be talking about on the segment of the phone call interaction. Nigerians, of course, would like to know how many people so far, benefited from the grant, and share your experience. If you have received this, or if you know someone who have received this grant, then what did you do with it? Was it enough to start the small business that the federal government had intended for it to be used for, considering that the Naira free fall, that's the dollar exchange rate to the Naira, and also petroleum subsidy, which has affected the prices of everything? Is it something that you could say, have worked for you? Because based on this scheme, the federal government is aiming at about 1 million people. That's how many people they want to at least reach out with this money. So go ahead. We're going to open the phone line. It would be displayed on the TV screen. Go ahead, call us, and please, while you're calling in, do stay away from your TV and turn down the volume. Let's hear your take on the federal government and the presidential grant. It started the disbursement process and the presidential condition grant since December, and until through April, people are still receiving it. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us back. Do not forget to stay away from your TV. Let's hear from you. Now, the federal government presidential and condition grants program, the initiative of distributing the funds to small businesses. Honestly, at this point, there was no details of how they were able to source out the number of these people to know that these are small business owners, or if it's just initiated for people to just go and get the money and start something else. But good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and location?
Well, I'm calling from Plateau State. My name's Andong Emmanuel.
Oh, it's good to have you. So go ahead with your thoughts. Did you receive it?
Yes. I think it's a welcome idea that the federal government is trying to improve the economic potentiality of the small man. But I would advise that the federal government should think beyond that horizon. There should be a kind of a profiling of those people that are receiving this kind of monies. Because in the past, you discover that those who they claim they've given them these monies are either their spouses or their immediate relations, or those around them. Those people or women who really need the money are not being considered. Some group of persons will go somewhere and then write names of people and then begin to give them money.
But this one was done through accounts. People just received money to their accounts. Do you think there was still some kind of manipulation there?
I want you to understand something. Through the account, who brought the needs of the people? That's what we are looking at. There should be kind of a systematic approach, either from the traditional institutions. We go back to the villages. There are community leaders. You incorporate them into it. Do you know the real people who need to be supported to be able to benefit? Nigeria is in turmoil, crisis all over, because there is no work. So when you open these channels, people will go back to the rural areas. People will get busy. You find out that the security challenges we are faced with will go down. And those who are doing that will be able to benefit. The government would have boosted more. Now, for instance, let's look at fertilizer. Fertilizer about 45,000, 46,000. And here is rainy season. What is the system? What model is the federal government trying to mitigate the cost of fertilizer? So if you follow this process, using the traditional institutions and community leaders, I think we'll go a long way. Then some class of persons or elite somewhere will sit down and give names with bank account. Of course. If I know you, I should ask you, just call you, give me your bank account. So I think the federal government should do more in that area. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for that thoughts and contribution. Of course, definitely shared a point that is valid. And one of the questions also a majority of Nigerians were asking was the fact that how many people were able to get it, because it was trending, I think, at the middle of April, where there was, on Twitter, a lot of people were sharing how much, they received and how they got it. Okay, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Your name and location.
I am Dambaba Usman. I'm coming from Kayama, Kwara State.
Okay. It's good to have you from
I am
Kwara.
Dambaba Usman.
Yes, we can hear you. Please tone down the volume of your TV, Mbaba. Go ahead with your thought. Did you receive the palliative? If not, did anybody close to you receive that grant, the 50,000 Naira?
Yes, I have received. But to my surprise, the situation on the ground in this country now, 50,000 as a nano business owner cannot do anything for you. Like me now, I am just a small business owner. So when I calculated the material that I'm going to need it for, it doesn't take me for anything. But I thank God I received it, because there are millions that didn't receive it.
Of course.
But the government has to do more so that it can at least elevate us more, so that at least maybe 100 or 150. During the past review, I think we see the palliative have been given maybe 400 to 500. So as this government came, he is supposed to at least step it forward. So because they have removed fuel subsidy and the cost of living is high, so at least we should be expecting more from them than the past government. Because now look at a common man now cannot even feed on $100 per month. Look at how much do you want to feed your family with 50,000 within a month, or even with their business. Now people are running skelter to even fill their own stomach, not even the business. So for this, some of this now, most of these things now cannot even serve us to anything. But we thank God we receive it, but they need to do more. Because during the process, I mean, we had that the representative and the Senate will come and distributed some forms. But we were shocked that this thing was given through bank account, because the form has been distributed. Even me, I didn't got the form. I not got the form. But during the process, I go online, I register, but I was sick. So they need to do more, because the subsidy itself is something. Now we even buy fuel here at 800 Naira. Kayama, Kwara State, 800 Naira per liter. And it's even a queue now. As I'm telling you now, in Kayama, there is no fuel. There is not. So we were managing, we were helping ourselves. So the government has to do more to help us during this subsidy regime, removal of subsidy regime. They need to help us a lot. We need more. Now this is farming season. We are an agrarian community now. This is farming season. 50,000 Naira cannot do anything for us. Please, we need more. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. And just like you said, even though the money is not enough for someone who has already started business, but for someone who does not even have the capital for the business, 50,000 would be something. And yes, it's due to the current economic situation. Else, if it was 2 years ago, 50,000 would be a huge money to start a little business. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Your name and location.
The Naira scheme.
Can you tell us where you're calling from, please?
I'm calling this Oba Shiwaju Jamiu Adewale Elesi.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
The Naira scheme is not reached anywhere. Like in the Julekije where I'm staying, my kingdom here, nobody benefits from it.
Okay.
Nobody. So we don't need all this. If federal government wants to do anything, they will know our BVN. They can transfer to our BVN. If they are saying they will be giving the money to someone to be shared, it will not work. We just find one name, we just gather one name and say it's sending the money to the people. And we want the government to help us with that. If anything benefits, they know our BVN. Let them share it to their BVN. Anybody will receive it than to be giving people that go and deliver to social area. For example, they say palliative in Bejuleki, they started beating people. The local government bring army and beat all those old women, old men. On top of what? If anything government wanted to do, they know our business. Let them share everything to their business. It will reach each people bank. So that's my comment.
Indeed. Appreciate you for that. Yeah, while the federal government is targeting a lot of local government, there's a lot of people in communities that did not receive, just like the previous caller saying, nobody even around them. And hence why Nigerians, some of them, calling out, a particular situation, saying there are a lot of people that do not even have bank accounts, whether we like it or not, in Nigeria. We'll have another call. Good morning.
Morning.
Your name and location?
My name is Sani Abubakar.
Okay, it's good to have you from Kano, Sani. So did you receive the grant, the 50,000?
Yeah, I received, but the problem is that when I get it, they credited me. The few minutes they still beat me. I don't know why. And then the problem is that I don't understand what Nigeria is doing so far. And then it's not proper. It's not good. If they want to do something, they should do it accordingly, not to do some part and some part you'll be doing 419. Nigeria, I don't know, you see, many people can help us and tell them what they are doing is not proper.
What are they doing that is not proper, please, Sani?
What other thing I'm talking about now is that math. They will send money to some people they credited him and then they will take it. Some people they credited the few times they debit it, they take it, the money. Is it proper? They're supposed to be doing injustice. It's not good. It's supposed to be justice, not supposed to be injustice. It's not proper, man. So Nigeria is one kind of country that is not for everyone. If you have opportunity, the opportunity to be doing it anyhow to others. It's not bounded. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, Sani. See, one thing we need to know is that while we're pointing fingers, we have to point to ourselves, because sometimes from the top, the federal government will disburse funds, but then it's still us amongst each other that tends to siphon a chunk load that should be disbursed to everybody intended. We've seen situation of during the Ramadan period when the Dangote, gave out rice and they came back to drag themselves on social media. It was meant to be for foundations, and then the foundations would reach out to, the low-income earners and people that definitely are vulnerable. But even amongst themselves, there was a bit of, diversion of that chunk load. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
You are calling from late. Hello, good morning. Are you talking to strong people?
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling us. Your name and location?
My name is Afla Shade. I'm calling from Lagos State, Ikorodu.
It's good to have you from Lagos. So go ahead. Did you receive the 50,000 Naira grant scheme?
No, they did not give us any money, but my advice is that they have everybody's BVN. Why can't they transfer it to the BVN? They can generate it to the BVN so that everybody will benefit from it. Because scam is too much. They will say that we should send our account number. We will not say anything. They will say that they are sending anything. We did not see anything. And
all right, thank you so much. All right, go ahead.
opinion over this is that they should people give us.
Can you be more audible? Are you still with us? All right, I think we lost her, and I wanted to hear, her opinion, her take on all of that. So basically, there's a process of how to apply for the 50,000 Naira federal government grants and the loans for nano business. The federal government of Nigeria says under the provision of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment is rolling out 2 initiatives. But we have a call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and location.
My name is Ali Dilas from Kwara State.
Okay, from Kwara. Thank you for
My name is Ali Dilas from Kwara State.
It's good to have you. So go ahead. Did you receive the 50,000 Naira or someone close to you?
I have received mine.
Okay.
And I thank the government for that. They should put more effort on that. I really thank them.
But were you able to put it into the small business that the federal government intended, when giving out that money?
Yeah. I did so.
All right. Were you able to get any gain from it?
Yes. I really do that, and I really thank God. I am achieving something. The federal government giving that money. Yeah, I really thank them.
All right, that's a good one. Thank you so much for calling us and sharing your thoughts. Definitely, when some people receive the money, it would be, something like a huge blessing at that time. And that is what we are even hoping for, that this money gets to the right people that truly needs the money at this period. So based on the 2 initiatives that the federal government has, of course, said that they're releasing this, the Presidential Conditional Grant Program, that's one, and the Presidential Palliative Loan Program. Just 2 of them. All right, we have another call. Good morning.
Please
tone down the volume of your TV. Are you with us?
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and location. Please tone down the volume of your TV or stay away from your TV.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead with your name and location, please.
I'm Kawayane from Kogi State.
It's good to have you from Kogi. So go ahead with your thoughts.
Please, let the federal government do the need.
We lost him. Really sad one there at the point of making his own, punch line on the issues. Go ahead, please call us back and share your take on the 50,000 Naira grant currently. I mean, there is 2, but then right now, the one that has already started a long time ago, since last year, is the 50,000 Naira for the small business. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location?
I'm Godwin from Port Harcourt.
Okay. Can I have your name?
Godwin.
Godwin, all right. Go ahead.
I didn't receive, I've not received it. I want to know what are the protocols to get it, procedure.
All right. Did you ask a question?
Yes. I said, what is the procedure to get the 50,000 Naira?
Okay. Definitely in the course of this program, would give you the answer to that. Thank you so much for calling us. So the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Nkiruka Uzoka Anite, said the programs aim to alleviate the effects of fuel subsidy removal. Nano businesses will receive 50,000 Naira grant, while the SMME and manufacturers would access loans up to 1 million Naira and 1 billion Naira respectively. Manufacturers definitely need more chunk loans. So the target beneficiaries are 70% women and youth. 10%, we have 10% of people with disabilities and 5% senior citizens. We have another caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes,
morning.
Good morning. Your name and location?
I'm Idris calling from Kogi.
Idris from Kogi. Go ahead.
I thank federal government to even have a better plan for the masses. But the problem we are majorly faced
concerning all those programs is people that will be fronting it between the government and the less privileged ones. If not this morning that we heard this on television, I'm not even aware of this issue of 15,000 naira. Chocolates of even know who have received it around us. Just as some people are suggesting about issue of bank, I think I support them in some extent, because if you share those that doesn't have account, just as you are saying within the rural area, and those that have account, they should make use of this game for those that have account, while they will create room for those that doesn't have account. Because giving money to people, bringing a plant or a better thing is easy, but to execute it, that is where the difficulty is. By the time they give them this money, plan will start change. Either how they will divert some, or how they will do it. If they give to 100 people, there will be noise all over the country that they have paid everybody, which is not the right thing. So if federal government want to assist the masses, let them go by those that have account to get their own from their account. And those that doesn't have, they will plan how they can get reach to them. So that's why sometimes some of us, we are looking at federal government, are looking at the governors as the closest person to his people. But they are our own problem. But by the time they give this money through them, for instance, they will just gather 2 or 3 people. There will be noise everywhere that they have paid people. Or sometimes they will start using it as a political way of things. So all those things, we are tired of some way of handling this situation within their people around them. So federal government should do something for us by using accounts for those that have, and then find a way of giving to those that don't have accounts. That is my contribution towards this. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. So basically, for this 50,000 naira loan, there is no particular way of applying for it. I mean, that's the grant, rather. The loan is something that, of course, you would have to go make your own inquiries on. But then it says you need to own a nano business, operate a business with progressive economic potential and desire to grow the business. Be willing to engage to at least 1 additional staff member if turnover increases. Be willing to provide proof of residential business address in the local government area, provide relevant personal and bank account information, including your BVN for verification and identity, and also meet the application submission deadline. Now, this is basically done for the loans for nano businesses. I'm sure it's out there on social media. You just on Google, rather, you Google it and then it pops up, and then you'd see how you can navigate your way in order to get that grant. But for for the grant of the 50,000 naira, I'm sure the government are using their own specifications in order to track the people that would be able to get this. And it says that their aim is for 1 million naira Nigerians youths to owe this, and to definitely start something for them. So we hope that more people would get to get this grant as time progresses. But with that, of course, we have to say thank you to everyone who called in to share their thoughts and take, and hope the necessary stakeholders would search for the best ideas from what you share and work with it. With that, of course, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the first discussion with a guest that would definitely dissect more and talk extensively on the grant scheme and government intervention. So stay with us.